reckon that's all we can do for him, kids. You'd like me to say some words over him?
Ain't anything to say.
Ought to be some flowers.
Might be able to find some if we looked around.
Nah, there ain't any.
I got a red hair ribbon he brought me once.
I think it'd be real nice. Pretty red hair ribbon would be right nice.
I'll go get it.
You know something? I've been here most all morning, and I still ain't got you two gals straight in my mind. Now, which one are you, Will or Charlie?
Will.
Will. Is that short for Willa or something like that?
No, just Will.
Kind of a peculiar name for a couple of gals, ain't it? Will and Charlie.
What'd you say your name was? Hoss?
That's right, Hoss.
You mean like a critter?
Yeah, like a critter.
I don't think I'd take on about names like Will and Charlie if I had a name like Hoss.
You want something?
Yeah, I'd sort of like to talk to you for a minute if I could.
What about?
About you and your little sister. I mean, you're being left here alone and all.
We'll make out. You want me to thank you for burying Pa? All right, thank you. And now you can ride on out, because we don't need you no more.
If I hadn't a chance to ride in here this morning to get some water for my horse, you'd have been in a peck of trouble.
I said thanks, didn't I?
Look, Charlie, you can't just stay here alone.
Ain't gonna stay here.
Where you gonna go? You got kinfolks?
We got Aunt Chloe.
Yeah? Where does she live?
She lives
in Cantle.
All right. You come along and I'll see to it you get to her.
You don't have to. We don't want you to. Can't you understand that? We'll get there by ourselves.
Well, I'm sorry, but you do. That's the way it's got to be. I ain't about to let the two of you young'uns get out on that desert all by yourself. Now, you get your paraphernalia all collected here and get it ready, and I'm going to go out and saddle your horse.
Gallagher. And don't you dare say nothing to him or to nobody else. You understand?
Yes.
It wasn't buried with him. Yeah, I don't think it's around here no place.
Don't look that way, do it.
That double-crossing snake. He was no good. After all you've done for him. Look what he's done to us.
What do you mean, done to us? He's been taken care of. Just one less share. Now, come on, we wasted enough time around here. Get Lou and Con out of that shack.
Con? Lou? Yeah. Blake says get out here.
They're coming. This place ain't fit to raise pigs in. There's nothing here.
Now, Tully, come here. I spent some time out there checking on tracks. I found out plenty, too. Now, somebody rode in here yesterday and buried Gallagher, then rode out again with his kids. And that ain't all he rode out with. I'll bet on that.
Yesterday? Then we still got a chance?
Con? You know Gallagher better than the rest of us. Do he have any friends or relatives?
Friends? That snake? Most likely hatched from under a rock.
Maybe some drifter happened by.
No drifter's gonna take the chance on slowing himself down with 2 kids tagging along once he had his hands on that bundle of ours. No. Now, come here. Let me show you something. This whole stretch of desert here is just one big trap. And Gallagher's partner or friend or whoever he is heading right into it. Now, we're here at Gallagher's place. Our man is making tracks in a beeline to Cantle, right here. Now, only 2 ways out of Cantle. One over the mountains by Stagecoach, this way. The other, out across the desert, this way. Now, if they're going out through the desert, they have to go to a place called Furnace Wells, right here. It's the only place that has water at this time of year. Now, Lou, I want you to ride directly to Furnace Wells. And if they head that way, you'll be sitting there, waiting on them. Con, I want you to ride across country. Right here. They have a relay station. I want you to check out every coach that goes through there.
Well, what about me?
Well, you'll ride with me. We'll trail them. They got a day's ride on us, but it's a 2-day ride to Cantle. With any kind of luck, we got a good chance. You can't be making good time trailing those kids along with them. Now, let's get going.
Now, come on. What is it, really? I mean, is it something like Willow? I think Willow'd be a pretty name for a little gal.
Who go naming me after a tree?
Yeah. Well, what about Willow Wall? You know what a willow wall is? It's a great big wind.
Nah, that ain't a real name.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm just mean enough to keep calling you that if you don't tell me what your real one is.
Well, it's Wilhelmina, but don't you use it on me. It's a terrible name.
I don't think it's so bad.
It's terrible. Charlie's ain't so bad. Her whole name is Charlotte, but...
What'd you tell him that for? I ought to whack you good.
Now, wait a minute. Here, hold on a minute. I tell you what, I'll forget the whole thing. As far as I'm concerned, you're just plain Charlie and she's just plain Will. You'll never hear me call you by them other names again.
Your bed's all made up. Time you was in it.
It ain't even dark yet. Hardly.
Now you go on now.
Yeah, why do you always have to be so bossy?
'Cause Pa said you was to mind me. He's... Guessed I shouldn't have said that about Pa. Guess she'd almost forgotten for a while.
Charlie, what happened to your pa? I mean, how'd he get shot?
I don't know. He just came home like that. Hurt. Never told us who'd done it.
You have any enemies? Anybody want to see him hurt?
Wasn't anybody like that. Pa was always helping folks out. Everybody liked him. I told you to get to bed.
I forgot Judge Telford.
Judge who?
Judge Telford. You want to see him?
Good gracious, get that thing out of here, honey. Them things dangerous.
He gets cranky being shut up all day.
Strange pet, ain't it, for a little gal?
Well, I had a puppy once, but it ran off. Charlie said most likely coyotes ate it. Anyways, Judge Telford ain't gonna run off. Even if he did, I bet nobody eat him.
Yeah, it ain't too likely.
Go to bed.
Yeah. Good night, Hoss.
Night, sweetie. Must be a pretty lonely life for a little young'un to have to turn to a scorpion for a friend.
It's always lonesome on a ranch. Didn't you say you grew up on one?
Yeah, but I had my pa and brothers.
You got brothers? How many?
2.
Gee, bet it's great having brothers. We was gonna have some, only Ma died when Will was born. Pa was gonna raise a whole family of boys like the ones he come from. You know, he had 5 brothers.
Is that a fact?
Yeah, they was famous in Boston where they all grew up. Pa used to say all you'd have to do was go down to Scully Square and tell them you're a Gallagher, and they'd just about give you the whole town.
Charlie, your Aunt Chloe, is she your pa's sister or your ma's?
Pa's, his only sister. Like I said, the Gallaghers go in mostly for boys. Ain't you asleep yet?
It's lonesome over here. Ain't you ever coming to bed?
Now, you listen here. You lie down and go to sleep.
Charlie?
What? What's the matter?
Him. He's real nice, Charlie.
All right. He's nice. Now go to sleep.
She all right?
Yeah. She ain't usually such a blame nuisance. Bet she'll be glad to get shut of us tomorrow. Guess we're both kind of a nuisance.
Tell you what, Charlie. When I first run on to you out there and realized I was going to have to take you to Aunt Chloe, I must say I was feeling pretty put out.
Sure, I don't blame you.
But let me tell you something. It ain't been that bad a chore. As a matter of fact, I've kind of enjoyed it. I'm glad we run into each other. I really am.
Yeah? Well, good night.
Night, sweetie. Well, that storekeeper ain't ever heard of your Aunt Chloe. You sure this is where she lives?
Well, I guess so.
How long's it been since you visited her?
I don't know, a long time ago.
What happened to Charlie? Where's she?
Well, I guess she was looking for Aunt Chloe, too.
All right, just come along peaceable now and won't nobody get hurt.
What are you talking about, Sheriff? Where? Come where?
You should have been smart and stayed clear of my town, mister. We don't cotton to kidnappers around here.
Oh, Sheriff, I ain't no
All right, now,
kidnapper.
come on.
Sheriff,
Let's go.
What'd you do, Charlie? That sheriff.
Aw, shut up. We'll send a letter. They'll turn him loose.
He's an awful nice fella. I wish he could come to Boston with us.
Ain't nobody gonna get to Boston unless we get on that stage. Now, come on.
late.
Late? What day is it? Tuesday, ain't it?
Yeah?
Well, according to my timepiece, I'm just about an hour's shy of being a week early. Say, ain't you girl... I'm sorry. I just wanted to tell you we'll be here about 10 minutes while we change horses. It's a long way to the top of that summit. That's where we're going to stay the night.
Oh, we don't ride all night?
Oh, no, not over them mountains. They're tricky even in daylight. We're going to sleep up there at Walker's Pass. There's a nice little roadhouse up there. Say, can I get you something, drink of water, maybe?
Yeah.
Well, I better go tend those horses. You girls are...
Hey! Hey! Come back here!
Who was he, Charlie? What did he do that for?
Shut up. Don't say nothing.
That man hurt you at all, kids. Ought to get the sheriff back in town.
No, you don't have to do that. We know him.
You know him?
He's our uncle. Mister, could you rent us a horse? We gotta go back to town.
Go back?
Can you, mister? We'll leave it at the depot in town. Honest, we will.
Are you in some kind of trouble, miss?
We gotta go back. We was running away from home. Didn't figure they'd worry so much about us.
Oh, now, that's all right. We'll take care of you. Well, I guess she knows what she's doing. Better get her a horse.
All right.
Don't you kids worry about a thing. We'll take care of you.
I thought we was going to Boston.
Ain't you got any sense? That fellow's gone back for the others, the bunch that was after Pa.
But I thought he headed back for town. What are we going back there for?
'Cause now they'll all come after the stage thinking we're on it. Only we'll be headed the other way. Now, come on. We gotta hurry.
Wait a minute. Let me put Judge Telford in.
You know, it wasn't my fault them Virginia City folk took all day to answer that telegram.
Must have been a whale of a story that little gal told on me. That's all I can say.
Well, it wasn't just the story. There've been a lot of funny things going on around here.
Like what?
That big express robbery up about 50 miles north of here happened last week. I got instructions to pick up any suspicious-looking strangers and hold them. That's all I was doing.
Yeah? Sheriff, where's my horse?
Well, they're both of them down at the livery stable. But it's kind of late to start traveling. You're welcome to stay here if you'd like.
No, thanks. Doggone, I'd like to know why they done it. You know, I was getting to thinking those two little old tacks was kind of taking a liking to me. See you, Sheriff. Hey, get down off of me. What are you doing?
Aren't you glad to see us?
Glad to see you. I don't know why I should be. I ought to take both of you out and give you a good spanking. That's what I ought to do. How come you to tell that sheriff all them lies on me? How come?
Well, what are you gonna do with us now?
Tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take you to Yanklo and get rid of you. We'll be shut of one another once and for all. Now, for the last time, where's she at?
She's at
Joburg.
Joburg? But Joburg's 30 miles across the desert. All right, if that's what it's going to take, then that's what it's going to be. I'm going to take you to her. Yeah?
Well, as long as we got across the desert, Gets kind of hot out there during the day, you know.
Yeah?
Well, why don't we leave right now while it's cool and all? After all, you've been resting all day.
Yep, that's all I've been doing, resting. All right.
Tell it one time more, mister. Just in case you left something out.
Well, they got off the stage at the relay station. They borrowed a horse. They said they'd run away from home and they were going back. And they did. And, mister, that's all I know.
And there wasn't anybody else with them. You're sure of that?
Yes, sir. I'm sure.
All the way back to town. We must have rode right past them coming out here.
The man who was with them. Pretty shrewd. Must have planned it that way. Gave the kids instructions to double back.
One chance at him. All I'd like is one chance.
You'll get it. There's only one place they can get water. One place. Furnace Wells.
Look, Charlie, you want to kill these horses? It's your big hurry, anyhow.
Well, it's so hot, I figured we could rest the horses when we get to Furnace Wells.
Look, your little sister's half sick now from being so tired. I got some blankets over there, and we'll make a lean-to to get in out of the sun for a while.
You're gonna stop here?
Charlie, you looking for somebody?
What makes you say that?
Well, you want to get out of town last night in the middle of the night. Hurrying all day today, I just thought...
I just don't like wasting time. Pa always said, when you make up your mind to do something, you best get it done.
Won't you ease off a little bit? I mean, it ain't like you got to wear the pants in the family now. You got your Aunt Chloe. I mean, you're just a little gal. It'd be different
if I was a boy? Whole lots of things would be different if I was a boy. I could have helped Pa make a ranch out of that brush patch back there. Wouldn't have been such a burden to him. He wanted a family of boys so bad it'd like to kill him. Yeah, I guess it did kill him. Because if he hadn't been so worried about Will and me, about us growing up and not having nothing, he wouldn't have gone and...
Gone and what?
Nothing.
You trying to tell me your pa got himself killed trying to provide for you and Will?
No.
How'd he get shot, Charlie?
I don't know. I told you before, I don't know. Now leave me alone.
Somebody coming. See the haze on the horizon over there? Looks like they're still about a half day away, but they're coming pretty hard and fast, according to all the smoke they're throwing up. Reckon who they are?
I don't know.
Imagine we better be getting on them furnace wells.
Yeah. Please? The desert. He'll probably find another scorpion and raise a whole family. Now will you quit blubbering over a dumb fool varmint and get on the horse?
Well, I'm afraid he's gone, honey.
These ways he can get inside, out of the sun, if he comes back.
Come on. Hey, I'll tell you what. How would you like to ride with me for a while? Okay? Right up on old Chub. That's all right.
Lots of tracks. They must have made camp here.
Let's rest the horses a while. Mine's finished.
He'll last. Come on, let's go. What are you doing? I said, let's get going. Hold still. Let me take a look.
Big old granddaddy scorpion. What's left of him.
Scorpion? Folks die from scorpion bites, don't they?
Nothing but a sting.
A sting? My hand's all afire. I gotta get me a doctor.
Come on. I'll take care of it.
No. No, I'm going back and get me a real doctor.
All the way back to town? Look, you stupid...
I'm going. Don't you try to stop me.
Let him go. Go on, you stupid fool. Go back to town. Now get!
But Blake, you...
Hold it. You won't need this while you're gone. Now get. Go on. Get! Scorpion, huh? That dirty. Wait till I catch up with him. Let's go.
See you. You're just in time for supper. Will you help me with a little one?
Yeah, if you would.
Yeah.
Tell you, we're a little more interested in water than we are food. These old horses ain't had much to drink. We run out of water about an hour ago.
Everybody's does. Well, well's right over there. Water's $1 a bucket, so don't spill none.
$1 a bucket?
Well, sure. That's the only well in the whole darn desert. Dug it all myself, all 100 foot of it. Man's got to get something for his labor.
All right. Charlie, take Will on in the house.
Hey, you kids come on with me. I got a real fine supper cooking for you.
just about given up on you. I thought you took the other road.
You be real careful of that thing. You got the wrong man, mister.
Sure. Take it easy. All I want from you is no trouble and $34,000.
30? You're crazy.
I said no trouble. Now, where's it at?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Now, look here, mister.
He got a little too close to the horses and got himself trampled, I reckon.
He sure did.
You know him?
Yes, sir. He came in last night, said he was waiting for friends.
He wouldn't be a friend of yours, would he, Charlie?
No.
Look, Will, you go on with the man and put the horses up. Charlie and I got some talking to do. You ain't been 10 feet away from this since we left your place. I would have known it was no just ordinary laundry bag. Yep. Just about $34,000, like the man said.
It's ours, Hoss. Mine and Will's.
Is it? That sheriff back at Cantle told me about a big express robbery. Happened right here close. Just about the same time your pa got a bullet put through him. That is the money from that robbery, ain't it?
I don't care. Pa gave it to us. He gave it to me and told me to keep it, to go to Boston with it.
You can't do that, Charlie. Your pa, those other men, they stole that money.
Well, like Pa used to say, sometimes you gotta steal. Some folks, that's the only way they can get anything. They can work all their lives and still have nothing. That's why I'm keeping it.
Charlie, you can't. Your pa was wrong. You can't keep it because it ain't yours.
It is. We paid for it, didn't we? We lost our pa for it. I ain't gonna let him be dead for nothing. He was too good of a man to die for nothing.
Come on, Charlie. You get you something to eat. Get you some rest, too.
We can't stay here. Now those men coming after us.
Now, you look here, I ain't forgot about them. Don't you worry about them. Good husky bar on that door, and if there's going to be any trouble, this is the place to have it, right here. Look, Charlie, I'd like to be a friend to you and, well, give some help to you. More than just somebody you're using for a while.
Howdy. Right glad to see you. Out kind of early, ain't you?
Did you see anything of a man riding through here with two kids?
Oh, yes, sir. They was here. Right lively bunch they was, too.
Tully, check the house.
You know, them two youngsters snuck out in the middle of the night. And this other one, well, he woke up and smoked right after him. He was real upset. Well, then I got up and I walked around, too. And you know what? Somebody had gone and broke into my storehouse. You know what they took? 2 50-pound sacks of salt. Well, now, that had me real stumped. What did they want with all that salt? Well, I wondered about it and wondered about it, right up until I made my morning's coffee, and then I found out. You know what? They dumped it right into that well, a whole 100 pound of salt. Ain't that a corker? Well, only water in the whole desert. Well, I gotta move back into town now. It'd take a whole month to get that there salt out of that there well. Couldn't pump that brine out no more.
Shut up, you dead old fool.
Well, I gotta go and...
Try to get out of there.
Lou's inside. He's all busted up.
Get on your horse.
Let's get some water.
There's no more water. He salted the well.
He what?
If I have to crawl on my hands and knees through all hellfire, I'll get him.
What am I going to have to do? Hog tie you two gals?
Why don't you just let us be?
I told Charlie we ought to not leave you alone when the bad men came. Did they come after we run away?
Not by the time I'd left, Ed. Who are they, anyhow?
I don't know.
Well, guess we don't have to worry about them no more then. 'Cause Charlie fixed it so they couldn't follow no farther.
Will, I'm gonna whack you if you don't shut up.
Wait a minute. What do you mean you fixed it?
Nothing. We're gonna sit here in the sun all day?
We're gonna stay right here till I find out what you did.
She put salt in the well.
Boy, oh boy, you're just full of tricks, ain't you? Well, I'll tell you one thing for sure, young lady. This money's going back to the folks it belongs to. If nothing else happens, that's gonna happen, I promise. All right, you two kids smoke it on out of here. I'll stay here and talk to them. Go on, get out. You hear me? Get out of here.
Please, please come, Hoss.
All right. We'll give them a run for their money. Come on, let's go. Hit them, hit them. Will, you go and do what she says, you hear?
Will, get up here now.
Go on, Will, you hear? Now, you do what she says. Get out of here. Go on, you gotta.
Oh, Hoss. Come on.
What's the matter, mister? You all out of tricks? Huh. You can't see me, huh? Well, I want you watching. I want you watching me. I want you to see the slugs coming at you. I've been a long time waiting.
Mister?
Hey, you dang fool kids, get out of here! Come here!
He didn't know nothing about anything. It was me who did him.
Oh, you gotta be plumb crazy, trying to make me believe it was them two that done it.
There. What my pa took from you.
Why, you're nothing but a kid. The kid run me ragged. Made a fool out of me. You're nothing but a miserable kid.
Gallagher's kid, mister. Guess that makes the difference.
Gallagher's kid, huh? I suppose you're real proud. Proud of a no-good horse thief. Well, it was me. Me gave him the only chance in his whole misbegotten life. And he crossed me. Now I'm gonna give you what I gave him.
What are you
Charlie, no! Don't, Charlie!
Charlie, you can't do that.
Can't I?
Put the gun away, Charlie.
No. He killed my pa.
Wait a minute. I didn't know your pa. Some of the things he taught you and Will, I ain't in agreement with, but I know one thing for sure. He loved you, and he loved you a lot. And he was proud of you. He was proud of you for being Gallagher's. You can still go back to Boston and Scully Square and meet all them other Gallaghers. But you'll never be able to face them as long as you live if you pull that trigger. Or maybe you don't care. Maybe you just don't care what them Gallaghers would think of you.
Hey, I hear you got some precious cargo going east.
Doggone right, and I'm gonna hold every stage driver from here to Boston personally responsible for them.
Oh, now, you don't worry about that, Horace. All the drivers along the line have been alerted. Liam? What a difference. Say, now, you ladies ain't gonna run off on me again, are you?
No.
All right, now, get aboard.
Oh, my, I don't believe I ever saw two prettier little girls in my whole life.
Dresses. Ain't they awful?
Hey, listen, while you was in there getting dolled up for the trip, the sheriff told me that you're likely to pick up a real nice piece of change for catching all them outlaws.
You got the whole bunch?
Well, you did kind of leave them scattered from here to breakfast, but we got them all.
I'll tell you something else. Judging from the sound of that message I got from Boston, all your kinfolks are going to be there waiting for you, including your Aunt Chloe.
Aunt Chloe?
That's right. As a matter of fact, she's the one that wired me. Beats me how anybody in Joburg could send a telegram from Boston. But then, of course, she is a Gallagher, ain't she? Come on, let's get aboard.
If I wrote you a letter, would you write one back?
Sure I will, Will.
Oh, Hoss.
Oh, get out of here. Go. Bye, gals.
Bye, Hoss. Bye. Bye, Hoss. Bye.
Bye, gals. I got a notion that old Boston town is in for some excitement like it ain't seen since that tea party.